We are.
We are.
We are.
We are.
Team New Hope.
We are happy.
We are Archie.
We are hardworking.
We are painters.
We are awesome.
We are gamers.
We are so.
We are creative. We are talented.
We have fun.
We are writers.
We are champions!
So good to see all of you. Isn't it great to be back after missing out last year? Thanks to those of you who contributed virtually. I think last year, even though we didn't have an event, we were able to raise about $20,000. So big round of applause for that. Now that you're here today, we're going to ask for a lot more, so just be prepared. That's what we're all about. I mean, you get lunch, but we are going to make a big ask, and we're going to leave that up to Gary Brackett to do it, so he gets the big job for that. Gary, we're so happy to have you joining us today. Thanks for coming. You have, just such stories of inspiration. I love following you on social media and talking about hard work and getting back up, and I'm looking forward to hearing what you have to say today. I also would like to introduce my colleagues, Jeff, Kelly, and Christine, who are here, very instrumental in making sure that we could stream this event today for people who aren't here, and then also securing a $5,000 donation from the Tegna Foundation from our company, supporting the mission of New Hope. So thank you so much for being here. You know, this group is personal to me, and I've got personal connections. We're going to talk about that a little bit more. Those of you who have been here in the past know the story a little bit, but we'll talk about that. But really today is about celebrating the staff members, all the people that do the hard work every day, which it was even harder during the pandemic, giving up time from their families to come in and make sure that, our special clients and adults with disabilities got the support that they needed. So we really do, these are the everyday champions of New Hope, and we just want to say thank you so much. There was a lot of adapting to the work during the quarantine. There were no family visits during the pandemic. That was very difficult. So there was a lot of extra thought of what can we do to inspire and work with individuals during the pandemic when they don't have their family here. And New Hope clients have been able to work on their artwork, and we're going to be able to demonstrate and show to you some of the work that they were able to do. Unfortunately, we don't have the individuals with us today because of the pandemic and out of an abundance of caution, but they are watching and streaming, and that is a highlight, getting to see and meet them in person, but just know that we're just doing that out of an abundance of caution this year. Also, we do ask that you do wear your mask if you're not eating, or if you're up and about, if you're not eating or drinking, as we want to take every precaution to make sure that the people that are here, when they go back and are working with the clients, that they're doing everything that they can to protect their health and their safety. Also, if you look on your table, you'll see that there's a card like this. This is information about the silent auction, and so we'd like you to make sure that you read that over. And so, again, the point of why we're here is to raise money to keep the program going. So this is an avenue of how to do that. If you're looking for it at our table, I took it. So I'm just going to come bring it back to you right now. That way you can get registered and get everything organized that you need to make a donation or place a bid. Also, this was the note cards. This was under my salad plate, and if you've seen those as well, they feature some of the artwork that was created by the individuals treat on top, and these are for you to take with you, that you can spread the word about New Hope, remind you throughout your, when you're sending notes of thanks and gratitude to people that you care about, that they can learn a little bit about New Hope, and you can be reminded of the good work of the people here. You know, after this past year, we'd also like to recognize the direct support professionals, or for short DSPs, that's the vernacular for that, who care for those that we serve. Right now, New Hope owns 48 residents 24/7, and that need and the work that was involved in that was just amplified during the pandemic. When COVID spread into the New Hope homes last year, the DSPs and their managers continued to come to work despite knowing that by doing so they were potentially putting themselves at risk for caring for individuals who were diagnosed with COVID. These were DSPs who gave up significant time with their own family to ensure that the clients received the care that they needed. We are so grateful for their service and their dedication to keep all the members of the New Hope family safe, and they are our everyday heroes.
And thank you to all of you for being here today for our 4th annual Silver Cup celebration. Whether you're here at the Willows or live streaming, it's just great that we can all be here and we can all celebrate together. It has been a long 18 months. New Hope is blessed to have many community partners who help us in our mission. And we are very honored today to announce that our 2021 Partner in Service honoree is the Kiwanis Club of Northwest Indianapolis. And I asked John Bloom, who is a New Hope Award member emeritus and a member of the Kiwanis Club of Northwest Indianapolis, to please come on stage. The Kiwanis Club of Northwest Indianapolis has been a partner of New Hope's for over 30 years. Through countless hours of volunteer service, of monetary donations, of in-kind donations, and leading New Hope's Action Club, the members of the Kiwanis Club of Northwest Indianapolis have been exemplary partners in our mission. During the past 18 months, Kiwanis members have made a significant effort to keep individuals we serve engaged despite the social isolation of the pandemic. They continue to Zoom our monthly bingo nights, which have been going on for a long time. They still provide the prizes for the bingo night, and they found creative ways for our Action Club to experience the community during the pandemic. Earlier this summer, they hosted an outdoor cookout for individuals in our Action Club, and they're supporting our first ever outdoor fall festival. I should let you know the fall festival is probably the most fun party at New Hope of Indiana. It is a full costume, full DJ dancing thing, but it's always been indoors. And we had to cancel it last year, but through the help of the Kiwanis Club, we are going to have a big tent in our parking lot, and we're going to be able to do it again this year, so that's going to be great. So I want to thank the Kiwanis Club of Northwest Indianapolis and present Tom Bloom this evening and our true thanks for being a partner in service. I would next like to invite Julie Dyken and Jeff Alexis.
Important things in my life was working at New Hope. It completely carved my career to become a low vision and cognitive therapist for a traumatic brain injury. She also wrangled two of my brothers into working as DSPs, that's a new term for me, at New Hope. My brother, who I'm so proud of, Greg, managed several group homes, of which some of the residents were from New Hope. My other brother is a highly award for Dr. Crows.
has been a champion for individuals with disabilities for over a decade.
I am humbled and honored to introduce our Everyday Champion keynote speaker. But I wanted to share a few things you might not know about Vernon Packer Gary Packer. He played high school football at Glassboro High in New Jersey and was a two-time All-Tri-County Conference choice. He was a walk-on at Rutgers University, and by his in 2009, he was working.
If you don't know Sherry Alexander, she's very boisterous, we would say. The first few times that we would meet, she would always yell out, like in the middle of the restaurant, right? So, it's not very embarrassing, but now, right, you appreciate things like that. You don't take things like that for granted. So thank you always, Sherry, for all your convictions for me. So my father would tell me, especially now, at the end of time, anytime I had an opportunity to speak, he would say, stand up so they can see you, speak up so they can hear you, and then sit down so they can love you. So I promise you I won't be up here alone. I think with the events of last year and everything that's going on, I think life as we know it has changed. You know, who would have thought a few years ago that we would be in an event with masks on, you know, trying to speak and communicate. Who would have thought so many things would be going on in the country as it is today? So life has officially changed, and I think we have all adjusted to that change, and we have all fought through that change, and we have all survived that change. So I want you guys to thank yourself, and give yourself a round of applause for being here. No longer will I ever take these chicken dinners for granted. There's always different variations of how you can make chicken. I've counted over 100 by now. I'm sure there's about 100 more that I'm more than interested to figure it out. But I'm going to share with you all three things, three stories from hope and some encouragement. So one of the stories, for July 4th, I drove my children. I have 3 kids, ages 12, 10, and 8. And when my son saw me this morning, he saw my pants. Usually, I'm a virtual speaker, so I speak with pajama pants on. I checked about the tie. My tie fit, my jacket was okay. But he said, Dad, you going up there with those pants? I said, yeah, Dad, this is how. He said, the kids in school would tell me to pull my shoes up. So I'm not going to pull my shoes up, right? These were intentional. But I like taking my kids on adventures. So we went on this adventure to New Jersey. That's where I'm from. That's why I say water with a D instead of a T. But we went to Atlantic City. I don't know if you've ever been to Atlantic City, but it's on the shore. They gamble there, but they also have a boardwalk, and they have rides. My son's afraid of rides. So I knew he's afraid of rides. But I know he likes gift cards more than he's afraid of rides. So I'm always prepared with cash to bribe him to get on rides so we can enjoy ourselves. So we're on this roller coaster. We're on the roller coaster, it's going up, and it's going down, and it's going over and wide. And he's like, he's getting smaller and smaller in the seats, and I'm afraid he's going into the bar, right, which will be a problem. So I'm holding him up, and his eyes are closed, they're open. So after the ride, he was like, no, we're never going to do that again, right, Dad? I'm like, nah, we probably will. Got more cash, about more gift cards, you're going to be all right. But I asked him, I said, one question, man, did you die? Like, no, I didn't die. It's all right, man. So that's the worst that could possibly happen, right? You're up, you're excited, you're up, down. You didn't die. You get to live on. And that's just it, man. We get hit with so many different types of adversity. So many things, affect us in different ways, in different shapes. But through it all, like if you're inside of this room, it's a fact that you survived 100% of your bad days. And your life has a purpose. And it's up to you now to do something with that purpose and to live your life fully. And stop being afraid to go out there and enjoy your life. Second, now that we have, cell phones, we have technology, we have social media, everyone wants to be the next Anne Marie, right? Everyone wants to be the next journalist on TV. Everyone is broadcasting everything. And sometimes it's entertaining, right? But then oftentimes it's destructive. But one thing I have learned throughout my years of playing football, my middle school coach used to tell us that your actions speak so loud, I can't hear what you're saying. Your actions speak so loud, I can't hear what you're saying. So the world has changed, not by our opinions, but by our actions. And the individuals that do hope, the everyday champions, that help these individuals with disabilities, help them throughout their day, help them throughout their lives. The struggles, the challenges that they faced last year, they help them put smiles on their faces. Those are the people that matter. Those are the everyday champions that matter, that count. So always remember that the world is not changed by your opinions of what you think should happen or what you hope could happen. It's actually changed by your actions. So if you want to change the world, start showing love to start acting. Lastly, last year I had a lot of events that occurred in my life. I had a lot of transitioning, and I did a lot of reading. And one of these books, it was a little boy, and he asked his father at the time, like, what was the value of life? So his father, he gave him a stone. He said, I want you first to go to the marketplace, and I want you to try to sell this stone, and if someone wants to buy it, I don't want you to say anything, I just want you to put up 2 fingers. So the son listens, he goes to the marketplace, he has a stone in his hand, he's showing the stone off, and a woman comes by and says, that's a beautiful stone. I'd like to purchase it to put in my garden. And how much is that stone? So he just puts up 2 fingers like his dad showed. And the woman says, $2? I would love to buy it for $2. So the boy runs home excited, he says, Dad, someone wants to buy a stone for $2. Dad said, great. Now, I want you to take that same stone, and I want you to go to a museum. Same rules apply. I want you to show the stone off. If someone offers you to buy it, don't say a word, just put up 2 fingers. So then his son, he listens. So now he goes to the museum. He's in the museum, and a man comes up and he sees the stone and says, that's a beautiful stone. I look to put it upstairs in one of our exhibits. How much can I purchase that stone for? So the son, of course, replies, puts up 2 fingers. And then the man at the museum says, $200? Sure, I'll pay you $200 for that. When can I purchase it? So now the boy goes home, he's excited, right? First off, it was $2, next is $200. He's making some progress. Father says, okay. Last place, I want you to go to this store that deals with precious stones. And I want you to show him the stone and see what he has to say. The boy listens, goes to the store with the precious stones. And so when he goes in, the collector sees the stone and his eyes light up. He says, oh my God, that is one of the rarest stones I've ever saw. I have to have how much for that stone? So the boy puts up 2 fingers, and then the owner of the precious stone says, $200,000? No problem, I will gladly buy it. So then the little boy goes home and talks to his father. He says, you're not going to believe this. Like, I went to the precious stone spot, right? I don't know if it was Reese Nichols and one of the spots in town. They offered me $200,000 for the stone. And then his father responds and he says, now do you know the value of life? And the son's confused, what do you mean? He says, well, depending on where you go and who you hang out with, people will look at you and value you according to that. So some people you hang around with will buy you at $2, others at $200, and others at $200,000. So really, our value is determined by what we do in our life, not determined by where we were born, color of our skin, right? The money in our bank account is how we see ourselves and the people that we choose to hang around with. That's the true value of life. I jokingly say now, some people are so rich all they have is money. And I realized the true definition for me of wealth is not my bank account, but it's my schedule. And being able to leave here and get to my home and get my bike and ride to school and ride home with my kids, that's more valuable than anything that I could ever own. The second thing about the value of life is not only us seeing the value in ourselves, but then also us seeing the value in others. And when you hear about the mission of New Hope, and you hear about the families, you hear the stories, you see the people smiling on the TV, New Hope's mission is to see that diamond in other people. It's to shine that diamond in other people. It's to present that diamond to other people. My aunt, Brenda, has disabilities. She just had her birthday. My sister, Gwendolyn, when you're younger, she works with adults with disabilities. So I know the struggles of the constant care that has to be taking place in order for those people to survive, or for those people to really understand their value in life. So I commend New Hope for what they do for our communities, but we're here today because they need help. I remember at some of my foundations, Coach Caldwell told the story, and it's funny, but it's kind of true. He said, all the money that New Hope needs for their program for that year is in this room. But the challenge is in your pocket. Right? So, it's a little funny, right, but still true. But I think the true mission is, the true opportunity is that if you feel moved today by the mission of New Hope, by the stories, by what you're seeing, I'm sure any donation will not go unthanked, will not go unused. So, again, what we do in our lifetime is turning one value in it, appreciating it, being grateful for it, not taking it for granted because it's not promised. But second, realizing that we're all diamonds and realizing there's diamonds all around us. And some of them just need a little bit of help getting polished. And that's what the folks at New Hope does, and they help you and help support them in their mission. So I thank you all, and I hope you enjoy the rest of your lunch.
One of our mottos is, show me your friends, and I'll show you your future. And I really do believe that the people that you surround yourself with are the people that are going to uplift you and encourage you and help you get where you want to go or achieve a mission that you want to achieve. And you might not be the person with the special skills or training to help someone with disabilities, or you might be the person that can fund a program for people with disabilities, or maybe you can help make a connection. But we are all friends here of New Hope in this room, and together I really believe that we can get to the future that Allison is setting out for the organization and for all the clients. So certainly make sure that we're networking together and keeping in contact. I do want to introduce you to two individuals that are served by New Hope. These are people who are lifebloods of the organization, and the essential services that they provide are more than just basic needs, not the basic needs like feeding, dressing, and bathing, but so much more. They build really strong bonds with the individuals who they're caring for. They become like a second family and make a big impact on their lives.
Grace is my daughter. She's 24 years old, just turned 24. She has a twin sister, Josie. They have a really tight bond. And then we have a younger daughter, Hadley, and she's close with Grace in her own way. Grace has cerebral palsy, and she, which is very broad spectrum, and she's on the more severe end. So Grace has some vision impairment, but her hearing is acute. She loves to sing and loves to play the piano and is inspired and motivated by music. Grace lives in a sweet little ranch house on Grandview on the northwest side of Indianapolis. She is one of 4 women, all-female home, meaning her roommates are female, and All staff is female. And, the roommates have all their different sort of personalities and abilities. This is her home now. She just loves it.
She is my oldest child. She's going to be 31 in a couple of weeks. She has multiple challenges. She has CP and she has autism. It's not very verbal, but those of us who've been around her for a long time can kind of understand what she's trying to communicate. She loves music, and it's been a huge part of her life, and she seems to be always looking for musical accompaniment to wherever she's going. She has 2 siblings who are younger, and her presence in our family has really been a remarkable thing. That was a big transition for us. It was our first child to move out of the house, and it was just like every parent goes through, a lot of anxiety. We decided to continue with New Hope since it had been such a big part of our life for a number of years. We did get services before Leah moved to Grandview. We did get respite care services and after-school care. And those things allowed us to take our younger 2 girls out in the community and do things together with them to give them a little more attention, knowing that Leah was cared for.
We've also noticed a spike in her vocabulary. She's, responsible for communicating her wants and needs, and if she doesn't communicate them in a way that other people understand it, she gets frustrated and has to learn how to manage that.
Leah has always been someone that I had to feed as mom, and to have her come home and try to feed herself was just kind of a shock the first few times we saw her do it, because we have always babied her, I guess, and it's been really fun to see her try to take some independent steps to do things that we always had done for her.
You could send one message to a DSP. What would that message be?
It's just been such a blessing to us and to Leah to have such caring people be part of her life and to be so supportive of her when a lot of society probably doesn't understand the person that my daughter is. They've made a huge difference in her life, and I hope that they know that and are celebrated for that.
Is you are doing God's work. You are doing love's work. You are crucially important, and we just are so grateful and thankful for you. You're the reason that my daughter can live her version of an independent life, and you allow me to live a more independent life.
I hope that New Hope can continue to be supported by the community and to allow them to continue to do their great work.
Thank you so much to Amy and to Karen for sharing your story and your beautiful daughters with us. We are privileged to be able to serve them. All right, you take a breath here. So many years ago, Bob Cannon, a former CEO of New Hope, seeking funding for New Hope's mission, went to the state of Indiana with this exact silver cup that you all, if you've been here before, have seen, and asked for funding for New Hope's mission. Basically, he said, if the state doesn't fund us, I will have to go out and take this cup and beg for money on the corner of Capitol and Washington Street. I'm not really here to beg for money, but I am here to ask you to help New Hope fill its cup for its mission once again, for its mission that involves Leah and Grace and their families, and the hundreds of Leah and Graces and the hundreds of family members that we serve here at New Hope every day. You know, this pandemic has been extremely hard at New Hope of Indiana, especially early on. But the individuals we serve are just like all of us. One of the things that we all learned, and our individuals we serve learned, is that we love to be outdoors. And we wanted to get our individuals outside as much as possible to keep them from being inside. But unfortunately, 6 of our houses don't have fences. We never thought about that every house needed a fence before to keep everybody safe and outside and enjoying the beautiful weather. So New Hope needs 6 fences at the cost of $6,000 apiece. Also, our individuals love getting out into the community as safely as possible. One handicap accessible van costs $70,000. These are just 2 of the examples of things that we need at New Hope to help keep the individuals we serve doing everything that we like to do. Enjoying beautiful fall weather and being part of our Indianapolis community. But we can't do this alone. We need your help. And today we are here to ask you to be a part of our mission and ask you to help us fill our cup once again. Fill our cup for Grace and for Leah and for all the other individuals we serve, helping them live their best life as independently as possible. Good to hear a child again. New Hope, as many of you know, was founded nearly 43 years ago. And we have been a proud member of the Central Indiana community. When we were founded, we were a 200-person live-in facility for people with disabilities. Now, as you saw in the video, all of our residential care happens in the community, in community houses, maybe on your very street. Not only do we provide residential services, but we provide day services, vocational services, many different kinds of therapy services, and we will have our food truck out next year. It had to stop rolling because of COVID. One of the other things that happened is because of COVID. So we are excited once again to announce that we have a group of very dedicated sponsors who have put together $10,000 to match every gift given today, 1 for 1, up to $10,000. So thank you very much to that group of people. Let's give them a round of applause. Their names are also in the program. And also in your program is a donation card. You can fill that out today and put it in the tray on your table. You can also mail it in. And if you're watching on live stream, you can go to our website at www.newhopeindiana.org/donate and make a donation today. So I have my pen right here, so I hope you can join me in making a donation to help us fulfill our mission once again. So we appreciate everything that Sade has served as a DSP at New Hope of Indiana for over 13 years. She is a joyful and compassionate advocate for individuals with disabilities. She seeks out the positive in every client she serves. Her kind spirit exemplifies New Hope's core values of service, dedication, and integrity. Colleagues say when it comes to Sade, she always does the right thing, asks the necessary questions, learns the best practices, and supports others. For the individuals she serves, Sade offers comfort, support, friendship, encouragement. Her clients love her and look forward to seeing her every day. She demonstrates genuine interest in her clients' lives and hobbies and helps to get them involved in the community on a regular basis. She sits on New Hope of Indiana's Kudos Committee, which is a committee that creates recognition for all of our associates. Sade will tell you, as she has told me, that she doesn't do this job for any recognition or reward. For her, taking care of others and being a steady support for the individuals she serves is all she needs. It is the right thing to do. Sade, from all of us at New Hope of Indiana, thank you so much for all you do for individuals we serve. You are a true champion. This award is given to a member of our staff who exemplifies New Hope's mission, vision, and core values. And we are all so thankful for Ken because he does help every single person at New Hope that needs him, and he is a true champion. Thank you.
Congratulations to Sade and Ken. I know that you don't do this to be recognized, but I think it's also important for you to know that we see you and we're grateful for both of you.
DSP is like the frontline group of employees that provide direct care to the individuals we serve, so they are very essential.
Being a DSP is an amazingly impactful position. It is the most impactful position in our organization.
We need them to be able to do our jobs well.
The value of DSPs is innumerable. Their jobs are unendingly important.
The families of the individuals that we support want more than anything to know and trust that their loved one is well cared for, is safe, is happy in their homes, and our DSPs are the ones who show that.
The families depend on New Hope to give care or to provide care to their children or their family members.
The DSP is there to say, hey, look what they can do. Look what they've learned. Look where they are now. This is going to be the most rewarding work you're ever going to do, and sometimes it's going to be the hardest work you ever want to do.
Without our DSPs doing the work they do every single day, New Hope would not be the organization it is.
Stand